For instance, in the Nigerian Labour Congress, we have about 60 industrial unions. So all of us, all these unions should be able to take a blame on what is happening, if there's something. But in the case of the states, I will say that the states are under attack.
By whom?
By the state governments. So that we understand it, because it's not good to leave the world weak. You know, I'll tell you, if you watch today, we stopped the May Day in Edo. What is the problem? The governor came in there and probably decided to recognize an auditor as our chairman in the state. Now, each time, most of the governors, and I'm saying it here, try to moderate or dictate who becomes the chairman of any of these unions in their states. Where it doesn't work, that's where you see fight. And that one we have. And most of them are their staff. So except where you have some resistance, like in Edo now, the person is not a government employee. So he is not likely going to take the dictates from the government. So what they do is to impose, you know, who should be NLC chairman in the states. If they succeed, they start to threaten them. You know, as we talk today, there's an announcement in Edo that any worker that doesn't come to the stadium, ABC sanctions will be imposed. Today is Workers' Day and not Governor's Day, for goodness sake. So these are issues. Those are the fights these guys are passing through in the states that now make somebody from outside to say whether they are weak or they are not weak. They are under attack. The same thing with unions, like the one you raised. You know, when we signed the wage award agreement, it was not for federal. It was wage award general. Even before the agreement was signed, some states were maybe paying 10,000, 20,000. And it was expected that they should align. Now, whether they now align or not, because ours is to take a decision there and allow industrial unions. Oh, you civil service union, you Association of Senior Civil Service, you electricity union, you NUPEN, to go and implement it. Now, depending on the strength of these unions, some of them as at today have not implemented it. And it is not the duty of the NLC to go from one place to the other. Some have not even informed us, because when they inform us that this has not been implemented by this state or by this union, we get involved. So that is the issue. Now you will not even rule out compromises by union leaders, because they don't live in the air. So if you now have people who maybe the governments impose, or the managers or the MDs of such companies impose, and they promise them probably a promotion and all that, now you have a problem. And that is why in the trade union movement, we now have full-time and part-time to checkmate this. There are people that are employed by the trade unions and they pay them. Those ones, the management or government cannot sack them from job. And there are people who are workers, you know, who are elected to balance this job. So this attitude of, you know, arresting the workers, compromising them, coercing them is there. So if you see it manifest in one or two states, yes, but that does not translate to weakness.